They said equality, right? So should women be making the first move?
Question for the guys. So is it a turnoff if a girl is confident enough and asks you out? Or should we wait for you? What exactly is the line here?
The disrespect towards her boyfriend is just crazy.
Hey, excuse me? Who's the one with the boyfriend? Okay. Do you want to be in like a segment real quick where we find you a man?
Wait a second.
What do you have?
Wait, what is it about?
So embarrassing.
Okay. Oh, I'm okay.
Oh, do you want to beat it? You don't?
The girls who don't have a boyfriend are like, no, I don't want to be in there. But the one who has a boyfriend and the boyfriend is literally standing there. Have some respect for your man.
Men saying, I've just decided altogether to avoid women, that it's better to be single, guys. They're almost like happy about the fact that they're gonna make the choice to avoid the entire gender of women because they have yet to actually resolve the war they have within themselves.
Is it insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife?
What's sexy?
What I got on, like what I got on right now.
Oh, let me, I gotta get a good look at you. Let me see, where your shirt at? Kitty, what do you think?
And that's what they think sexy look like. Dressing half naked. They want to wear a panty with just a mesh dress. And then they think that their husband or their man should be okay with them going out like that, where everybody can just look at them and see everything. What man is going to be okay with that? That is some attention-seeking dressing. Because what reason do you have to leave your house with your popping out like that if you're not trying to get attention? The attention your man is giving you is not enough. That's the way you dress when you're single. You dress like that because you're seeking attention and men can approach you and start conversation and possibly start a relationship. But when you get into a relationship, why are you dressing like that? And then they call it insecure. It's insecure to not want your woman getting unnecessary attention from other men out there.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Random thought. Chivalry is bad. Excuse the dandruff. I know it's bad. But chivalry is... And it's sad. As a woman of color, as a black woman, I would think Southern black men know that. Because it is very instilled and our parents teach us that at a very early age. If not, my brother used to get scolded. My mom would be like, why are you not opening the doors? Why did you not hold the door? Or go hold the door for them, Talik. Chivalry is... But on the bright side, at least I know how to handle things on my own.
Ooh, the girls are gonna go crazy over this one.
Ugly girls and hoes created the feminism movement. I'm not gonna lie. So, realistically, if you think about it, every time you are out and you see a pretty girl and she has an ugly friend with her, what does that ugly friend do? She instantly jumps into lesbian defense mode because she is an ugly Betty. The is jealous. So when you try to talk to the cute girl, the ugly friend usually is like, leave her alone. She hates men. It's like, nah, you hate men. Back the fuck up. You know what I mean? And she will keep going. And you've seen videos where the cute friend will even tell the ugly friend, like, no, it's cool. And she still will be like, absolutely the fuck not. Because she's not getting that same attention. So in the ugly girl's mind, men are evil. Men are aggressive. Men are everything bad because she can't get the one she wants. You know what I mean? And so she deflects that onto her cute friend. And so then you also have another subcategory. You have ugly girls, you have hoes. Hoes build a reputation for themselves. They're sleeping around, they're collecting babies, they're collecting bodies. The just don't stop. And so after they're done living their whole life, now they're coming and looking for a man to save them, and no man is willing to save them. So again, they create the same agenda. Men are evil, men are monsters, men are selfish. No, you are just two unlikable categories, and you going to attract what you put out, which is 24/7.
A lot of these men to be honest, a lot of men used to lose sleep over the women in their lives or the women that they were trying to get a hold of. But unfortunately for modern women, they've acted so terribly that men don't even care anymore. You being gone is actually helping him to get back on track with his life. And I don't think a lot of modern women realize that.
The real reason a man is not pursuing you
is because he is not ready. It doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing. There's nothing you can do different to make him pursue you if he is not ready to pursue.
Yeah, there's no speeding up that timeline. There's only slowing it down. Trying to speed it up slows it down.
And you're wasting your opportunity to be getting a man who would be showing up for you.
Hot take, but the Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook groups have gotten wildly out of hand. And I feel like I'm totally going to get in trouble for even posting something like this because it's like the mafia in there. But it's like new age cyberbullying, some of these posts. I mean, girls are literally just screenshotting Hinge profiles and posting any red flags. Duh, somebody's ex is gonna come.
If the woman that you're interested in is in one of these groups, red flag, please run. Get away as fast as you can, as soon as you can. Because it's really the same way as the girl that you're interested in going and calling your ex or all of your exes to find out more about you. That generally is not okay. Like, no relationship is going to move forward in that case, because what kind of ex is going to only say great things about their ex? Like, they didn't work out and there's a reason. There's going to be most likely, like 95% of cases, there's going to be hard feelings. And the underlying, even more important fact is that for her to do that means that she doesn't trust you enough and she doesn't want to get to know you, the man in front of her, through you. Like, she'd rather see you through your ex's eyes. And do you really want to do that? Unfortunately, a lot of women are falling into this trap because of these groups, and they think that it is actually a normal, acceptable thing that is healthy. They think that they're all girls, and they all believe one another. They believe that the woman is never the problem. And that, in the end, is just going to keep you ladies single.
Where are all of the single, monogamous, heterosexual, attractive, responsible men at? Where are they at? Are they extinct?
I know you're not asking if the men are extinct. They right in front of your face. The ones that y'all don't want. Quit playing. You can't be confused and unavailable.
What can you offer, ma'am? You weren't even married to a man. You have no history of taking care of a man. Y'all talk about high value men like they're a pair of shoes. And when I say go back to your ex, you say no. Well, ma'am, you made babies with him.
Yeah, but I was young. I feel like that's not fair. I was very young. We all make mistakes.
That was pathetic. Say that again.
I feel like that's not fair because we all make mistakes. And I was young and now I'm older.
You're 25 years old and you feel like that's not fair. Ma'am, you sound like a...
What?
Bitch, if you want a burger,
Eat a burger.
eat a burger. Bitch, if you want a french fry,
Eat your french fry.
eat a french fry. I mean, seriously, ma'am. I feel like that's not fair.
I don't know.
That's not something an adult says. What does your ex do?
He works at GM.
GM. And what's so bad about him?
It's a lot inner issues like with him. Like he's just angry. He can get.
But you had 2 babies with him.
Yes, and that was before I was young.
High value men are not an insurance policy. They're not a get out of jail free card. You got nothing, young lady, because you had children. You need a man, period. You are in no position to be picky.
You know, a lot of these guys out here, because women are upset that men have stopped approaching. Men have stopped initiating. Men have stopped chasing. Men don't court anymore. Well, they stopped initiating because all you wanted to do was be disrespectful. All you wanted to do was make it your mission in life to be silly when he tried to do that for you. No, I want to go do something else with my time.
We've talked about this, about how women chivalry, and that is 110% true. And they did that by constantly smacking the hand of the men who wanted to open the door for them or wanted to say, hey, do you need some help with that bag? It looks kind of heavy. I don't need your help. I'm perfectly capable of doing it myself. Like all of that boss babe, I don't need you stuff. Chivalry. And now they're complaining. Now they're like, we're all the good gentlemen, right? And it's a trick, guys, because then you turn around and you act like a really good gentleman. And then they say, you're like demeaning me. You think I can't open my door for myself? So they're twisted.
I am in love with two men at once, and I don't know what to do. I've never been so happy in my life. I'm in this, like, I get to pick. I make the rules now. I'm in love with both, and I'm not going to decide in the next 24 hours.
This is just another reason why men don't want relationships today. Because he could be in a full-blown pursuit of a woman that he really likes, and he has no idea that she feels very strongly for him and another man. Unfortunately, this woman does not see what is so wrong with this. Fortunately, she's going to learn her lesson the hard way. Because the reason why that woman is so happy is because she has two men putting in effort towards her. She likes them together as a unit, as one man, but the reality is that they aren't one man, they are two men. One of two things is going to happen here. Number one, they are both going to find out about each other, and then they're going to dump her, and then she's going to be super depressed because she's going to go from having two people pursuing her to zero. Or second, she's going to choose one, and then she's not going to be happy with that one. She's going to be in a terrible relationship where she is extremely unhappy because she was used to having the effort of two men, not just one. And of course, the man that she ends up choosing, I mean, he's going to be put through the ringer here. Let's not forget about him. But the bottom line is that that woman is going to compare all of her future relationships and dating experiences to this moment of having two men that like her at once. So that woman is going to be chasing that feeling forever on. And of course, she's never actually going to obtain it. Hence, unhappiness forever.
Bring back men who yearn. I was on the phone with a guy today, and he's like, oh, what are you watching? I'm like, oh, I'm watching the newest season of Bridgerton. I love Bridgerton. He goes, of course you do. I go, what is that supposed to mean? He goes, oh, you're the sentimental and romantic type. I'm like, and? He goes, you do realize that's all fantasy, right? Guys don't act like that. Bring back men who yearn. I want a sonnet written about me. I want a man so unsure about how to live with his feelings for me that he goes insane, that he says he has to travel to the furthest corners of the world to get away from me, and it still wouldn't be enough. I want the Pride and Prejudice. I want the hand.
First off, after your divorce, did you get any therapy?
Yes.
All right. Why did you and your first husband divorce? Who filed for divorce? Who filed for divorce? Who filed for divorce?
It was me.
Who filed for divorce? Who filed for divorce? Who filed for divorce?
Can't necessarily.
Who filed for divorce? Thank you. It's not a very hard question. You filed for divorce. You picked him. You married him. You picked him and you filed for divorce. Like I said, again, you can't make this. You didn't pick the first time. You should have been picking somebody without a job, getting married, and then you wrecked your own home. You left a man who didn't have a job. You knew what he was. I don't care. God damn. Okay. This is what I mean. This is why I say college educated, independent, earner, making these kind of decisions. You're better off if a man be able to direct you. But this is the first go around. You said you had therapy. If you work the program process, you should be making better decisions afterwards. And now you're in a relationship for 4 years and you still ain't married. The only common denominator in all this chaos is you. The man doesn't want to marry you. Now, it's either one of two things. One, does he want to get married? Are you a wife? A man who wants to get married, they snap women up who are wives like this. Women who are truly wives, men rush to pull them off the market.
Trust and believe. I've been proposed to several times. I feel the same.
That did not make your case any better.
You know, a lot of these guys have checked out because, you know, it's not dating modern women is not really getting them anywhere. You can only put so many, coins in a machine. If you're playing a game, there's only so many coins that you can put in a machine before, you know, after a while you say, well, you know, I'm not getting what I want. Think if you walked up to a vending machine and you start putting a coin in, it took your money. That's what literally what modern women are today. It take my money. And I say, okay, you know, maybe that messed up. Let me put another coin in. At some point in time, I'm not, hey, something's wrong with this vending machine. You guys need to fix it. And you need to give me back my money. That's what men are saying to you guys. Hey, these modern women need to be fixed, and you need to give me back my time, and you need to give me back my resources.
Men, where are you? Are you still out there looking for something real? Because there are women here ready to connect, ready to talk, ready to meet someone genuine. But too many of you are watching and not stepping forward. Still thinking, still waiting. What are you waiting for? If you're single, if you're serious, if you're ready to be seen, this is your moment. Comment your age, where you're from, and say hello. Start something. No games. No hiding. Just real men showing up. Let's connect here at LDR Connect.
Why was marriage no big deal then?
Marriage was never a big deal on mine.
What is it with women like yourself that don't seem to realize that that's crazy to us? Meaning that it's all right to be a mama and struggle or try to do the job of two people as one person.
Some women look at marriage or being a wife as a pivotal point to success.
So it's basically okay to walk around with you and kids and no structure.
No, not me and my kids and no structure. Yes, we probably should have more structure with having a father in the home. Absolutely. There's more structure, but it's okay for me to be committed to being a mother, but not being committed to being a wife.
No, it's not. I get that y'all want to believe that, but the results are pretty clear. That's why the black community is at the bottom, because there's so many women that, like yourself, think, all right, I'll commit to being a mother.
I have not met the man that I feel that I can commit to with the way that he acts.
See, ma'am, all this stuff would make sense if you wouldn't decide to become a mother once or twice. This is why our community's jacked up. We got so many individual women talking about, well, you know, I don't know a man who can do this or that. And it's like, well, who cares? Basically, what you're saying is like so many women. Whether you're married or not married, it don't matter because people can divorce. Whether we get married or not, relationships can break up. All things are equal. It's always relative. And the problem is in our community, this is how women think. It's no big deal. Whether you're married or not, just make the babies and have fractured, broken homes.
Number one is that you need to be making at least $130K a year. And you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make $50K a year? You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. Oh, I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. Have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room.
I really wish I wasn't the first one to say this, but this is delusional. This is exactly what men are talking about when they want to know what a woman brings to the table. Because what does this woman bring except for financial burden? But not only that, but it is very clear that she will be an emotional burden because she is labeling these things as expectations. She expects all of them. They are requirements. Because even if she met a man and got into a relationship with someone that was willing to give her all of these things, which we all know she won't, he would not be appreciated. He would have to continue to do these things over and over and over again. And then once he finally broke, guess who's taking half of his stuff? This is why in today's day and age, no man is going to settle for this.
She cut off Pound Town, and if she wanted to, she would. The excuse, I'm tired at night, only goes so far, especially when you're on your phone for hours scrolling social media. That man is not dumb. He's going to lay next to you and watch you give everything else the attention that he wants and desires, but him. So he's going to sit there and he's not going to say anything to you. He's not going to bring up conversations. He's not going to start an argument. He is not going to press the issue when you continuously tell him that you're too tired at night. He's just going to watch and observe your actions. And then you get amnesia and wonder why the man is completely disconnected from you. Ladies, if you want your man to see you, if you want your man to want that connection with you, you have to connect with him in the bedroom. There's just no other way. It doesn't work both ways. If you want that emotional connection, he needs to have that physical connection. It goes hand in hand. Stop neglecting husbands.
A lot of these modern women, they want to try to negotiate attraction. I want this man that's 6'4" with 6 figures to be attracted to me. Well, it's not really something that you can negotiate. Really, honestly, truly, he's not attracted to you. Well, maybe he is attracted to you, but he's got all of these other options out there that's pulling his attention away from you to them. And that's something that y'all thought that y'all going to be able to negotiate or control or manipulate. You thought that you was going to be able to come in here, put on a little bit of makeup, you know, wear one of those whatever form-fitting dresses or whatever that you guys wear and catch his attention. It does. But then once again, he's got plenty of women that are doing that. You're not the only option. Y'all like to clown and do all this other stuff, but you're not that special. Unfortunately for you. Unfortunately for you.
If a man actually did this is nothing short of genius and absolutely hilarious. This is exactly what women do to men all day long because they don't want to treat them like human beings based off attractiveness. And now that she's getting it in return, she actually posts this video and the hashtag was misogynistic and awareness. Like, how delusional do you have to be to make up a video that says awareness? Like, girl, where are you being used? And where is it misogynistic because a man didn't fulfill your sense of entitlement that he is expected to help you? Like, what? And you don't think that's delusional? Women have spent the last decade saying they need no man, they rather choose a bear, that they don't owe men. So why would you expect a man to help you? If you actually look at this video, in the concrete, you can tell that there's 2 people standing there. So let me guess, you're standing there with your friend, and guess what? She won't even help you. Because if women support women, then why is she not calling you an Uber? Why is she not figuring out how to get you a tank of gas? Why is it up to the men that women have shitted on constantly to help you? Like, it's absolute king shit if a man actually did this. But we all know well that that's not what happened, and this is a made-up story to solidify a woman's hatred for men. And if anything, women should be cheering about this because this is a perfect example of equality, and this is what women have been begging for. So it's basically the consequences of your own actions. Okay, bye.
With paying the bills, you men have become predators, preying on the love and loyalty and emotions of these women. You trick them. You have them believing that you're something that you're not. You play off their thoughts of what a good man is, and you come in just talking your talk. Oh, yeah, baby, I'ma do this. Oh, yeah, baby, I'ma do that. 5 years later, you still struggling. 5 years later, you still struggling. And you keep promising her things, and you're trying to figure out why she no longer wants to listen to you. She doesn't trust you. She no longer believes in you, but she's emotionally attached to you. You might have children together. See, listen, brothers. Any man that believes that they have the right to ask a woman for that's working harder than them, paying majority of the bills in the home, you're mentally sick because majority of the time when these women are working harder than you, jobs they don't like, I'm not talking about careers, jobs they don't like just to help you because you're coming up short. Most of the time they're depressed, they're stressed, they're going through it emotionally, and you have the audacity to ask for. How sick can you be? Sisters, leave them.
Stop sitting here saying men ain't the prize or men ain't a trophy. Yes, the they are. Yeah, they are. Cause who the sit here and wait years to get married? You ain't on that man, right? You ain't waiting on nobody else. Oh, okay. Who the have to drop down to their knees and propose? Not you. Go propose to yourself and be by your goddamn self if you feel like that. Stop being one-sided when it comes to these men. The more you sit here and say men ain't the prize, men ain't the trophy, is the longer you gonna be single. You one of the ones that want to be married oh so bad. And you wondering why you attracting gnats. Why you attracting bed bugs in your life. Look what the you're saying. You're basically saying men ain't valuable. In what way they ain't? You both are. Women and men. Valuable as fuck. Stop being one-sided and making it seem as if men ain't valuable. You wouldn't be sitting here wanting to marry them. Hello? You wouldn't be sitting here trying to produce kids with this man. Hello? You wouldn't be sitting here waiting 20 years for a ring or a commitment. I'm not saying men ain't valuable, because yes, they are. They are a trophy, are the prize. And so are you. One thing you will not have is a husband if you continue to say that shit out your red ass mouth. Change that. They are the prize. And it ain't no pick me. That's some real ass shit on my side.
You know, a lot of these modern women are saying that men changed. But really, honestly and truly, a man adapted. There's a difference. You're implying that, well, there was something he just changed, and he for no reason, he just changed. He just started doing something differently. He was good, but then one day he decided he wanted to be bad. No, a man adapted to the environment that society and women wanted to put out there. They've adapted to your dating standards and what you want. You don't want a man to approach. I want to approach. Well, I want you to chase like this. No. No. If you want me to continue to spend all my money and then you say, I should have the right to say it's not going to work out. Okay. Well, I should have the right to not continue to throw my money into a black hole, knowing, or, I guess you can never be 100% certain, but understanding that with fairly good accuracy and certainty based on experience and what I've been seeing, you're probably going to waste my time. So I'm not going to be wasting my money.
So I was getting to know this guy for about 4 months, and then he decided to tell me he wasn't ready for a relationship. I had to ask him the dreaded question, which, by the way, ladies, if you have to ask the question, you have the answer. What are we? And he said, well, I'm not ready for a relationship. And my response was, well, I'm not looking for anything casual, as he already knew. So we both agreed to think about things, and he had an upcoming trip. And so I thought maybe we should go no contact while he's on the trip. I wanted to protect my peace and also mind my business. The next day, he calls me, the day before his trip, on FaceTime, and he wanted me to help him coordinate his outfits for his trip. I said no. Why? Sir, you're not ready for a relationship, but you want me to help you choose your outfits for your trip? That's boyfriend treatment. Those are the benefits of having a girlfriend. One of the many. I'm not doing that for you. I don't feel like it. I don't have to. I don't want to. You don't get that access to me. You see, you got a free trial period, which you should have never gotten in the first place. We don't do free trial periods, okay? Lesson learned. But no, you don't get to do that. What am I, your personal stylist? If you don't want the title, don't ask for the treatment. Come on, dude. Do better.
I think I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to let men tell on themselves. Should we do that, ladies? Should we do that? Should we just sit and watch men tell on themselves? Get your popcorn, get your snacks. You're about to witness men telling on themselves. So what this gentleman right here is saying is that men only see women as a form of entertainment, a form of distraction, as nothing but a tool to distract them from their own thoughts, as something that fills in the silence in their life. Okay? As a way for them to escape life. As a way for them to get an ego boost, as a way for them to feel good about themselves that day, to get that cheap dopamine. Men don't see women as like human beings or people that they want to invest in. They see you as objects of desire, as a tool that is there for them to use, as a form of distraction, form of entertainment, something that makes them feel good about themselves, something that they use and use. And this man right here is confirming that. These men don't care about you, ladies. Okay, so while you're sitting there texting in hopes that you're going to get something back from this man, you'll never get anything back, because you will always be seen as an object of desire. You will not be seen as a human being, as somebody that these men want to invest their time and effort and energy and resources into. And for the men who are going to come in the comments right now, I made another video about this. Go and check it out. If you are a man and you are currently doing this, this is broke energy. Okay, it's like when people window shop. Broke energy. It's like when somebody wants to go on vacation, they keep dreaming about a vacation, but they can't book the flight. They can't book the ticket. It's like when you want that car, you have that dream car, but you can't even go to the showroom. You can't even visit the showroom and take it for a test drive. It's broke energy. And ladies, what this means for you is that you need to wake up and smell the coffee. These men are siphoning your energy through these texts, and they feel no way about it. When they speak to you, men are getting so much of your life force. You think that you're just staying on the phone with a man. No, he's literally siphoning all of your energy, all of your life force as a woman you are giving to this man, and you're not getting anything in return. Because men like this can't be bothered to plan a date. And this is why I tell you ladies, stop speaking to men on the phone. If somebody wants to speak to you so badly, get your calendar out, send them a link, and tell them book a slot with me. And never ever let these dusty men waste your time. Love you guys.
Okay, I have a question for men. Why don't you guys approach us in public?
Well, off the top of my head, I can come up with a couple of really big reasons why. But before I do, could you tell me a little bit more about the points that you're trying to make?
It's so frustrating. Like, I just went to Lowe's and I was walking around grabbing some supplies for my move, and I made eye contact with like 3 different guys. I was smiling. I was just like doing my thing, and nobody came up to me. They almost seemed like annoyed that I was looking at them.
Now, you might think I'm going to do something to pick on this young lady, but I actually genuinely feel sorry for her because she doesn't get it. She doesn't understand that men are indeed done and want nothing to do with women, even women as attractive as her. And no, it's not because we're intimidated or scared, ladies. I know that makes you feel good to think that way, but the reality is much different. Now, there's a multitude of reasons for that, but as I said, there's 2 really big ones that we need to discuss. As I've mentioned many times before, men have been listening to women tell them to go away and leave them alone for decades now. And men are doing exactly that, which is one of the biggest reasons why they're not approaching you. The other one being, if they take that risk in approaching you, they're taking on a risk of potentially being called names, laughed at, or mocked and ridiculed, which, to be fair, has always existed. But now we have the added risk of being falsely accused of harassment or some other crime. I mean, let's be honest, false allegations have ballooned to epic proportions.
It's just such a weird world we're in. I guess everyone uses online dating apps, but if you guys would just like approach a girl, I'm telling you, 99% of women would love it.
While you may think that's true, reality is a little bit different because there's an awful lot of women out there posting videos saying,
"Leave women alone. They don't want you."
So as you can see, we've got one woman saying, "Please approach us," and another saying, "No, we don't want you." Well, which is it, ladies? Because you see, as men, we don't know which camp you fall into, and we can never know. And the truth of the matter is, the sole determining factor for a woman on whether she wants to be approached or not is how hot she finds the guy, which again, we can never know.
All you have to say is like, you know, "Oh, I love your shoes,"
which is just as likely to result in him being called a creep as it does for her to say, "Well, thank you."
You know, "Do you need help with this?"
Which some women may appreciate, but there's also a large group out there that would attack the man telling him, "I don't need no help. I can do it myself, you misogynist."
You'll be able to tell right away if she's like vibing with you, or if she's into you, or if she's not interested and has a boyfriend. Like, she'll probably just like be a little bit more shy and walk away or something. Like,
now, I'll be honest, there are a few women, perhaps even yourself, who might be shy and walk away or say, "I have a boyfriend." But again, there's that other group, the ones that would take that opportunity to berate the man as much as possible in public, to do everything they can to humiliate them, to cause a scene, and that omnipresent option that more and more women are choosing of believing she's being harassed and filing charges based on it. As I've said before, and I'll say again, the risk isn't worth the reward. The reality is the risk to a man that he'll be facing criminal charges is a lot higher than most women want to admit. But even if it's only that 1 or 2% that so many women state it is, that's still a big risk. Because if that man happens to be in that 1%, his life is going to be utterly destroyed. That's the reality for men, and that's why they're choosing to walk away. So I feel sorry for this girl. I genuinely do. Because while she may want to find a man, want to have that happy, healthy relationship, the realities of the world these days are going to make it very difficult for her or any woman to do so.
You know, a lot of these modern women are thinking that men are trying to escape relationships. Oh man, it was so stressful that he did. No, these men are walking away from relationships. It'd be one thing, oh man, I just barely escaped. I didn't escape anything. I took a look at the relationship and I said, this ain't working out. no matter what I do, this ain't working out. And men are getting up and walking away from relationships. As a matter of fact, men are not even getting in relationships. They don't even get that far. They'll look at you from across the way and be like, you know, she hasn't really showed me anything that I can anchor down to. So we're already starting off on an unstable foundation. And with that being said, I don't think I'm going to approach. Men are opting out of dating after seeing the unclear signs. They're walking away from dating after seeing that modern women are going to continue to be on their worst behavior. After continue to see that you're not going to change. You're not going to do anything for a man. Right? Instead of being a part of the solution, you're going to be a part of the problem. As a matter of fact, you're going to be the problem. And I don't have time for that.